So I think at TradeTech this year there's been a whole bunch of different questions that are being answered. I think one of the big themes and trends that we're seeing is understanding market quality, understanding routing decisions, how to make that best possible trade. I think that ultimately needs to be driven by data, and that's one of the big things that we've been speaking to a lot of people about, is how do you easily access that data to help you answer questions around best execution, around post-trade analysis, and feeding that into understanding market quality. So one of the big things we're talking about here is how do you move beyond TCA? TCA historically has been a very tick box type approach, where really the way to think about it is execution analysis. It's understanding what has happened with your trades, what has happened with your orders, and feeding that in to understanding, and helping improve your trading, whether that's from a venue quality perspective, whether that's from a best execution perspective. Now, one of the hard things about that is actually handling the quantity of data that's there. And that's really, one of the things that at BMLL we focus on. Making sure that that content, that data is easily accessible, it's usable, because there's no point storing data in an environment where you can't actually go back and access it, and then allowing firms to add their own insights, their own analysis on top for the betterment of their clients. There's a whole range of different use cases of level 3 data. We think about our customers in terms of sort of 3 buckets. On the exchanges, and we've seen this with a number of exchanges publishing thought leadership using our data. It's about understanding the market, it's about proving market quality, understanding and adding new products and features into their platforms. For the sell side, it's all about execution quality. It's about feeding into algorithmic performance, tuning algorithms, and backtesting that using historical data. Finally, on the buy side, customers want to use this data to find sources of alpha, to improve their execution and their routing decisions. Across the whole industry, and a big theme this week has been around the challenge has been data. First and foremost, whether it's best execution, whether it's understanding market quality, it's how do you get good, clean data so that as a user, I don't have to spend my time and effort munging, scrubbing, cleaning that data, but can actually go straight into the value add. And what we've done at BMLL is really focus on that value add. We focus on making sure that we get the data at a high quality level, that we have easy to use APIs, and putting it into products that are clean and simple to use. Whether that's the data lab, where you can come in as a quant, code up, use the full order book data, normalize across years of history. Whether that's the data feed, where you've got pre-canned analytics that are easy and quick to give you an answer about the full order book, or BMLL Vantage, which we launched late last year, which allows you to come in, query, analyze, understand the data without having to touch a line of code. All of that making it simple and easy to use and access data. A lot of the challenges and trends haven't really changed over the last few years. People are still talking about best execution, about venue selection, about how to ultimately optimize trades, whether that's on behalf of the client or yourself. I think where we're seeing the demand is everyone is becoming a much more sophisticated level. People are being driven, being able to use data analytics to have a real data-driven discussion on the matter. And we've seen that a lot this week, and I think that's one of the big themes that's going to continue, is backing up arguments and discussion and debate with data. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest themes, is more and more firms turning to data-driven decision making when it comes to improving execution and understanding their data.